Paramedic 13.
They'd heard about it in China, then Italy, and even Washington State.
Breathing problem.
And by mid-March, this new coronavirus was in Henrico County.
When we started to respond to this event and we kind of realized that this is something different. This is something that we haven't responded to in the past.
Jason Wood is the captain at Firehouse 13 in the West End.
This is definitely something that we're not used to.
His firefighters are on the front lines of what is considered the first epicenter of COVID-19 in the Richmond region, Canterbury Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center.
Priority 1 response.
So far, 7 residents here have died of COVID-19 related illnesses, with another 2 cases pending. And 35 other residents, as well as 6 staffers, have tested positive for the virus. By Sunday, Wood's crew had responded to calls for service at Canterbury 24 times. Calls for service there are up a whopping 340% from last year for symptoms that could be COVID-related.
We need to make sure that our folks are safe.
And it's not just Canterbury where cases are popping up. More than 40 skilled care facilities operate in Henrico. Data sent to us from the county shows calls for service are up at several of them.
They are some high numbers.
But thankfully, Henrico Fire Chief Alec Otten says the county has a playbook of sorts to refer to on how to handle its response to this unprecedented health crisis. This COVID-19 response document from Kirkland, Washington, home to the first skilled nursing facility in the U.S. to have an outbreak.
We used a ton of these recommendations in developing a response policy.
Based on the suggestions, Henrico is now limiting the number of responders that go into a facility to 1 or 2, and working with nursing homes to have patients brought as close to the ambulance entrance as possible.
And then we also are trying to conserve our personal protective equipment because there is a limited supply and we are trying to conserve that.
Henrico fire trucks and ambulances now show telltale signs of the pandemic: N95 masks, protective gowns, and eye protection.
We are wearing respiratory protection on every medical call that we go on now, whether they're symptomatic or not.
If things get really bad and Henrico runs out of PPE, Chief Otten says you may even see first responders in fire gear. This video shows firefighters training for that very possibility.
So we have a fallback position to our self-contained breathing apparatus, which is a closed-loop system where they can breathe air that's in their air pack.
All of those changes should protect our first responders here in Henrico County from getting the virus so they can respond to your emergencies, whether they're related to COVID or not. But Chief Alec Otten says the community needs to do its part as well and only call 911 in the case of life-threatening emergencies. Working for you in Henrico County, I'm Melissa Hippolyte for CBS 6.